3rd and 2.
Let's put that team on the bus. 44, Mike, 44. Coming in.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
The Chargers 1st down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Down, Chargers.
They'll run with Geis. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Bills nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Herbert. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. set him back 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Bills nothing. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, Geis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. This will complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
29-yard line.
And again, it's Allen. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Fournette. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2.
That's good.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Herbert. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Number 16. Touchdown.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the second down throw on target. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Chargers 1st down.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. Someone jumped.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Oh, he pulls over him. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
That's complete to Jake Butt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And 3 brings up 3rd and 4.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 times. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score Chargers 20. Bills
after the touchdown pass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their
the Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Geis, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Tre'Davious White. 5 yards on the play. And it's
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
38-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a throw here, hauled in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A.J. Epinesa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
6-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. They start on the ground with Geis pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a nice completion, and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
44 check. Watch the screen.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On third down, Fournette. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Strip that ball. Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Pardon me, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Third down, Hines, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Over the middle to Smith, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on fourth down, coming out to try the field goal. This to almost certainly win the football game. Badgley's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And
we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Chargers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, the zones go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, the zones go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe